So today I wanted to jump on a little. Oh my god, I hit my fucking table. I'm so sorry. I wanted to jump on a trend today because I recently acquired a new pocket knife here. This is a Sportsman's Warehouse exclusive Benchmade bugout. Beautiful knife. It is apparently actually Sportsman's Warehouse exclusive. I don't think you can get this on a lot of other websites other than Sportsman's Warehouse and like in the store itself. But this has an S30V blade and it has the G10 handles, and it is, in my opinion, the best version of the bugout. And also, I didn't have to pay full price for this. I got very lucky. So I'm not going to get into it now, but I'm not going to get into how. But I actually ended up only paying $130 for this knife. I got some gift cards for Christmas, and through a series of failing to put the right price tag on this from the people there, I got it cheap. So I'm very lucky. This knife feels great. I also decided to run by Walmart today, and I got this. This is the Walmart version of the bugout. It is actually just a straight up copy of the bugout. It is. Okay? Same size, same locking mechanism, same blade size, same blade shape, just everything. They're the same. This knife retails full price at $290. In my opinion, that is stupidly overpriced for any pocket knife. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's made in America. It doesn't matter if it's Benchmade. $290 for this knife is ridiculous. Do not pay that price for this knife. Get it at a discount like me. This knife, like $10. This is the $10 D2 knife. At first glance, just looking at these knives, you might think, they're just the same. Okay? They're not the same. First off, the thicknesses here. The bugout is a lot thinner. So, try and get a good view of the camera here. You can see the bugout is almost half the size, half the thickness of this. Maybe more like a third. It's a third thinner at least. It's getting close to a half, but that thing is a lot thinner. Okay? So automatically, this knife is more comfortable to carry. Absolutely. The Benchmade is more comfortable to carry. I am sorry, I'm sniffling. I was around some cats today, and cats give me allergies, unfortunately. I am allergic to cats a little bit, but it's fine. These handles are plastic. They're very cheap plastic. These are G10 handles. They're a little bit chunkier, like feeling, not actually physically chunkier, but they just feel better. They feel better to hold. They're lighter. This has a metal frame, so it is definitely heavier. It's a lot heavier. Yeah, it's not a shit ton heavier, but it is a decent amount heavier. You can listen to the way this thing sounds when you open and close it. It's very cheap. It's very clunky. Okay. It jiggles around right here in between open and close. I don't like that. That feels very cheap. It's somewhat smooth because it's loose, but very cheap feeling. The Benchmade, it's a different story. If I can remember how to close it. Hear that snap when it opens? That's that right there. That snap when it opens right here, because this is machined so well and they designed it where it's like it actually fits good. That's almost worth the price of this. It actually isn't, but it almost is. Okay? The quality control on the Benchmade knives is so much better than the quality on these. Okay? This is the verdict for me when it comes to these two knives. I just wanted to say my opinion on the bug out versus this. The real bug out versus the Walmart bug out. For non-knife enthusiasts, this right here is going to be enough. It's not bad. D2 steel isn't great, but it's not terrible. Okay? Not great, not terrible. That's D2 steel. It will stay sharp for, everyday routine cutting cardboard boxes and stuff for a little while. And at some point it'll get dull. If you use this every day, I don't know, maybe within like a month or two, it'll get dull. And then you have the choice to get a sharpener and sharpen it if you don't already own a sharpener, or just buy another knife that comes sharp from the factory. That's pretty sharp. I literally haven't cut anything with this today. I bought this knife today. I haven't cut anything with it. It's pretty fucking sharp. Okay? This is some like sticker. It's like a paper sticker over like a thin back. Like it does pretty good. Okay? Like that's pretty sharp. Yeah. Now it sounds. Oh, if I can do it right. Okay, that's not terrible. This Benchmade, I've only cut a very few amount of things with this. It's even sharper. Oh, it's like butter. It feels better. Okay, it really does. And this is going to be. I don't think it's. I've heard people say that S30V is not the easiest to sharpen. But it's easy enough to sharpen. I mean, I had a Spyderco S110V a long time ago. It'll absolutely be easier to sharpen than that. I'm sure most people don't have that, but this knife, I think, is more for people who don't own knife sharpeners. Okay? The average person who is going into Walmart to, like, okay, the person who goes into Walmart to buy a pocket knife is not the type of person that Benchmade markets their knives to. Okay? The person who buys this knife right here and the person who buys this knife are two very different people. Okay? One person just needs a knife that they can keep on them to cut shit. Okay? And when it gets dull, they might just throw it away and get another one. Okay? They're not going to think twice about it. Okay? Maybe they'll keep it in the truck. They'll keep it in the glove box. Just in case they need a blade. Right? This is not that person. Okay? The person who buys a almost $300 Benchmade pocket knife, they want something nice. They want something like even more than nice. They want something like top of the line. Okay? Now, this is not like the nicest knife you can buy, obviously. There's plenty of other like enthusiast type super high end pocket knives that are even nicer than Benchmades. I don't know the brand names specifically, but I'm very certain that there are. But I'm just saying a lot of people are like, I'm just seeing a bunch of different videos online and on YouTube, you know, of people like of YouTubers getting flamed in the comment section for like not shitting on Benchmade and like not like absolutely falling in love with this $10 Walmart knife. I see people online like getting so upset over this. And there is a lot of like there seems to be a lot of hype around this Ozark Trail knife. And it's like it's a good knife. You know, it's fine. It's fine for it's just like anything else, okay? It's just exactly it's like so many like it's like flashlights. It's consumerism. It's flashlights, it's cars, it's pocket knives, it's wallets, it's phones. Maybe phones is a bad example, but just like things that everybody use and there's like it's like when it comes to things that everybody uses and buys, but there's also a section of group of people who are very like enthusiasts about it. You know, there's just there's going to be people who have weird opinions. Um, like if you're gonna if you own a Benchmade bug out, or if you're like a knife enthusiast, this knife isn't for you. This Ozark Trail is not for you. Okay, this Ozark Trail is for the working dude who doesn't give a shit about like steel quality or like carbon content in a steel, or hardness. The person who buys this knife doesn't know a fuck about any of what that is. Okay, they just want a cool looking pocket knife. They see it on the shelf and they're like, oh, it's got an orange handle and that's cool, and they buy it. Okay, and they're totally satisfied with it. Okay, they're totally satisfied with this. A lot of people who buy this, and they're just like, yeah, it's a good knife. I got it for $10. Okay, and I think what a lot of enthusiasts, what a lot of knife guys are upset about is that they spend so much money on a knife like this, the Benchmade Bug Out, and they still will never be as satisfied with their knife as people who buy this and are happy with it. Okay, a lot of it comes down to just, or I think it just comes down to being happy with what you have, right? If I was just some dude who just wanted a pocket knife to carry around, if I needed to cut open packages or whatever the fuck you use a knife for, um, I'd be happy with this. Okay, it's not top of the line. It's not super ultra high quality. It's not made with the best steel. Over time, it might start to rust a little bit. But this thing is going to get dropped. It's going to get dropped, tipped down. It's going to get wet. It's going to get rusty. It's going to get dirty as hell. It's going to get dropped in the dirt, and the sand, and the on a concrete floor. Like, and people who own this will still be totally happy with it. Okay, so I try not to spend a lot of time bitching about the downfalls of this knife, right? The Benchmade bug out. I'm happy with it, because I know there's a lot of people out there who absolutely would never spend their money on this or couldn't even possibly afford to own something like this. So I'm very lucky myself to be able to even own this thing, okay, and just have enough money where I can buy it and get lucky where I don't have to pay full price for it, right? But I'm, people will be happy with this. And if you bought this bug out, you're not happy with it. I'm sorry. That's just I don't know what to tell you. There's plenty of people out there who are more happy with this Ozark Trail than there are with this bug out. Um, but I guess that's really all I wanted to say with this. You know, if you're buying a Benchmade bug out, this knife isn't for you, and you don't even need to know it exists. Okay? For years and years and years, knives like this have been sold. Okay, this is not the first time a clone knife has been made of a nice knife. Okay, not the first time this has happened, right? Many, many years, many of these knives have been made. And people who buy them have been just fine, and they never even know what a Benchmade bug out is. Okay? So, I guess, with this, it is not a question of which one is better. Okay? This knife right here can do almost everything this knife can do, but just maybe not exactly as well, right? It might not stay sharp as long. It might get rusty quicker, than this. But, at the end of the day, these are both pocket knives that fold and have steel blades. And people who use them, this one or this one, will generally be satisfied with their performance. Okay? So, you could buy this and be happy with it, or you could buy this and be happy with it. I don't think one is better than the other. I'm going to say it now. I spent a lot of money on this. I spent a very not lot of money on this. I still can't sit here and tell you that this knife is better than that knife, because for a lot of people, this knife will be more than good enough. Okay? And for this knife, it will be more than good enough for me. It's amazing. It feels great. When you pay a lot of money for something like this, you're not just like paying for like the materials. You're paying for the quality control. You're paying for the design and the care that was put into the design, right? And just every little aspect of the craftsmanship. That's what you're paying for. But you're also probably paying for tariffs, especially now. So yeah, that's just it. I can't say this one's better than this. If you're talking about build quality, yeah, the bugout's better. But for the people who this knife is marketed towards, is just people who want a cheap pocket knife that's just going to work, and it does that. This knife is for a different person. It's for a person who has disposable income to spend on a fucking high class fancy knife here, right? Most people are not going to need this knife, okay? So, that's it. This one does feel so much better, though, okay? That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the feel and the sound, right? It's like a car, right? You buy the more expensive sports car, it's going to sound better, right? That's what you're fucking paying for. So, that just sounds and feels cheap, man. Like, this right here, that's worth the money to me. It really is. So, it does not matter which one of these you buy, okay? Don't sit here and ask yourself, should I just get the cheap one or should I spend a lot of money on a nice one? It doesn't matter. Okay? Everybody's situation is different. You just have to experiment for yourself. Okay? I would say get this. Okay? If you're debating between this and this, get this knife. You can learn how to sharpen a knife with this, right? You're going to have to sharpen this at some point because the steel is kind of cheaper. It's not like the cheapest steel, but it's cheap steel. You're going to have to learn how to sharpen it at some point, right? You're going to have to learn how to take this thing apart to lube the inside. So get this knife to learn how to take care of a knife. And then once you learn how to take care of a knife, maybe you can get this one, right? And you'll know how to take care of a knife and sharpen a knife by the time you get this bad boy, right? So there you go. It does not matter which one of these you buy. Get whichever one you like better. Literally, that's it. And whichever one you can afford. There are so many good knives out there that are less than $50, that are less than $100. It's not one or the other. It's not like either you have to get the cheapest gas station Walmart shit or like high-end behind the display case thing like this, okay? There's stuff in between. There's $40 knives, there's $50 knives, I think I would recommend Spyderco. Like Spyderco bird knives are like 40, 50, 60 bucks, maybe even cheaper than that. I'd look at those. You know, I would do that if I was you. I would try those. So, yep, that's what I think about all this uh, Walmart $10 D2 knife hoot nanny here. Literally doesn't matter. Just get the one you like better. This is an Olight Arc Pro Ultra, by the way. Just a weird segue. Um, if you want a review on this, if anybody watches this video at all, if you'd like a review of the Olight Arc Filled or Arc Pro Ultra right here, go ahead and let me know. I'd love to do a review of this. This light is really sick. I love this thing. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if anybody who watches this has this knife or the bug out or both. Tell me what you think about it. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents from a random redneck that nobody really watches on YouTube, but I just wanted to um, you know get my opinion out there on this the Walmart bug out debacle here. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Have a good one.